Hello, dear YouTubers, dear you lovely people who like to look at these interesting tarot things and stones. Look at them, you see my reflection in these. Look at that, that's fun, isn't it? Now, I'm learning how to do this tarot using the camera and how to, set it out in the right place so that it can be in the right place under the camera. It's so funny. It makes me laugh. Right, I'm trying to find the edge. Where is the edge? Let's see how much space I've got. Okay, so there's an edge. So I'm going to create an edge with my straight lined little stones along the edge where the camera goes. So funny, isn't it? I was doing this on my own without YouTube, but I thought, you know what, I might as well just share the process of preparation. Now I'm going to put these things along an edge so I can see how much space I've got. They're beautiful, these stones. You know what you do with these stones, don't you? If ever you've got a pile of stones like these, you look at the stones. I'm going to talk you through how to do these stones. Why not, since I've got them all out? What you do is, when you're reading the stones, you say to a person who's sitting in front of you, okay, look at all these stones. Have a little look at all the beautiful colours and the nice shapes, and they're able to just spend a little bit of time having a look, right? And there we go again. Stop flashing, you silly little camera, stop it. It's no good to anybody, it's no good to man or beast doing that. And then you say to the person, choose a stone that you feel represents you, right? You. How do you feel? And they might choose a broken stone, like this one's broken. Now, I don't throw away the broken stones because some people feel broken. There's me, there's me in the reflection. Oh dear, that is funny. Okay, and there's another broken one. So clearly those two, that style of stone chips, it does. It's probably why I've got so many of them. I must have come upon some in a shop selling these little stones. And wherever I go, if I see little stones, I will pick them up, like if you go down the beach and you see stones that have been weathered, they've weathered the storm, they're little bits of white glass. You can collect little things from nature all over the place. And there's my pendulum. It's what a yes, no answer. You use that by dragging over a card and see which one it lands on. For yes, no, you designate a card yes, you designate a card no. Okay, so you say to a person, you've got a nice little bit of a clearing space, a nice space to work in, and say to a person, choose a stone that you feel represents you. And they might say, I'm having this one, that's like me. This is after some thought and consideration. You say, why do you like that stone? And they might say, oh, I like it because it looks like it's really weathered, and it's really been through some weathering and some life to be able to look like that, and it's still come out. It's still got a little bit of rough edges, but mainly it's smooth. It's been weathered. It's been smoothed by the experiences that it's had. It's had all its roughness loved off, yeah? And is that like the Velveteen Rabbit? Remember that story where he'd had all his fur was gone, and it was like that because he'd had all his fur loved off where children had cuddled him. Who else is in your world? Who's the closest person to you that you feel the closest to? Now, this is a way of working with people who don't like talking about their feelings, because they'll say, oh, this person, and then let them take the stones. They pick the stones up themselves and they'll put it somewhere. And then you'll notice. Now, you might notice that there's a little gap there, a little distance, but you don't need to say anything at that time unless the person is talking about that specifically. And then you say, and who's next? And they'll say, all right, that's my mum. Okay, and why is that your mum? And then they'll talk about their mum, and they'll say, well, she's a person of many layers, and sometimes she can be quite dark, and sometimes she can be really happy and nice, and you don't really know what you get, so it's a little bit unpredictable. And you say, choose another one, and they'll say, oh, but this was my sister. I had a sister, and she got on with my mum better. And as they're talking, you see them push the sister closer to the mum, but they're closer to the sister than they are to the mum. And so it goes on, and then you have a little discussion about the sister, what the sister is like, and then they say, oh, but my sister's got a husband, and I'm going to put him over here because I don't, he's not like us. He's not really close in our family. So, but he is really powerful, and he has a lot of say over what she does and how she behaves. And you might say, is she allowed to talk to you? Are you allowed to communicate with your sister? Does he mind you this relationship? And then she'll talk about the relationship, and then talk about him and his family. And he might have a brother who's also even less likable than him. And then you might find all the dark stones going over to that side of the family, and then you watch them grow. So remember, oh yeah, and he's got a dad as well, and the dad's even worse. Right? And this is how it happens. Or they might find lovely, bright little people. Oh yeah, and sister's got a couple of kids with her. Oh yeah, I've got some nephews and nieces, and my mum's got a sister, and my auntie, she's lovely. I love her, and she's great to me, and I feel very safe with her. Oh, and I do have somebody that I'm very close to that I work with, one of my closest friends, who knows everything about me. I've got no secrets from that person, and I can tell them anything. And so it goes on. And then eventually you get a picture, and these little ones here are representing people in that person's life. Right? It's lovely, isn't it? It's a great way to work. It's a form of therapy with people. Anyway, now I've created a little scenario of stones that doesn't actually exist and is not real. I'm going to have a look at these cards. I'm going to open one of these little angel cards. I'm going to choose one. I'm going to choose a card. Now, because I've only just started doing this, I'm not messing, and I haven't got time. I'm not messing about doing 3 or 4. I'm just going to choose one. Because I know lots of lovely tarot readers, they do go, oh, choose a pile. But I'm just going to choose one. Creativity. Oh, yes. Creativity. Where's it go for you to see that there? Now, creativity is one of our biggest gifts from the universe, isn't it? I would say we are one of the most creative creatures on the planet, if not the most. Would you agree? I know we look at animals and birds and colourful things and spiders' webs that create things, but they have a certain mathematical element to them, in that they're genetically predisposed to create X, Y, or Z. Whereas us little humans, we can create things from nothing. We can make new things. We can create things with our minds. We can feel it into being with our hearts. And sometimes we actually create things with our hands. We can take the action, take the thought, and produce it into action. And that is incredible, isn't it, that we have the ability to do that. Now, with these little happy Mondays, they're not called happy Mondays, they're mystic Mondays, Monday's Tarot. I'm going to open just one card, see what it is. Judgment. Ooh, judgment. Okay. Well, we all like a bit of judgment, don't we? We do. We can't look any further than the Amber Heard trial for that one. Judgment. It's card number 22. So for anyone out there, number 22 is significant. This card is for you, 19th of May, 2022. It means reflection, evaluation, absolution. Prioritise reflection and self-evaluation as you need time to regenerate. You've reached a checkpoint where you're ready to assess your life and release old wounds. Quiet contemplation can lead to an awakening that you're ready to change aspects of your life for the better. You'll be able to recognise patterns in the past that may have served you then but no longer serve you now. Authenticity has become important to you, and you want to live your life aligned with your inner spirit and your truest self. You've learned from the past and are ready to carry those lessons into the future. With experience and wisdom, trust your judgment. You'll make your decisions based on a perfect blend of intuition and intellect, enhanced by your library of lessons learned from past experiences. And also, as I was reading that, I was feeling the idea that when you tell other people your problems and you tell other people a set of circumstances and they give you their opinion about it, or they tell you what you should do, or they give you some advice or guidance, you can take their information, but remember, the person who knows the answer to the questions is you. The person who feels it is you. The person who's got to live that life and with the consequences of making decisions and changing things is you. So now I'm going to have a little look at these ones. One card, one Patrick Gamble Oracle card. Let's see what comes up today. Can you hear the storm? I'm not sure if you can hear that. There's a storm brewing outside. It's raging out there with rain and wind. Let's have a look at these, shall we? Oh, Dreamweaver. That's perfect for this. Perfect. Dreamweaver. Wow. Now, it's obvious what this card means, isn't it? Isn't it? It's pretty clear to me, but I will read you from the book what this card means. Replace, love, nurture, care, abundance, and happiness. Now, what I read from Dreamweaver is that you are the creator of your own reality. Just up there with creativity, and you're the person that decides what to do in this situation. So you're out there thinking, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I've got some decisions to make, but I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. Well, if you stop for a second and just ask yourself, what is it my inner being is trying to tell me? The information will come to you, and it doesn't necessarily come to you directly through your own mind. Sometimes you'll find other people saying words to you, or you'll find tarot readings like this that remind you, remember who you are, remember what you're capable of, remember what you are bringing into the world, because your creativity is capable of creating something beautiful for other people to love. And if other people are benefiting from what you do, then your work here is done, isn't it? To dream of becoming you means that you must step out of the shadows that grip you tight. There are fears that hold you back in life and make you run away and hide in the corners of non-existence. The frightened child that hides away within the woven blanket of false security and uncertainty. The Dreamweaver is here to reweave love, nurture, care, abundance and happiness back into the blanket of your life, so you won't need to hide away anymore and can allow yourself to be seen once again. So there's an element of healing to be done here. If for anyone who's feeling insecure or frightened, there's a period of inner reflection and a reminder that other people have gone through this process already. You're not on your own. You're not the only person to have these experiences. So I would say find a way to check with other people what they did. Check how they did X, Y, and Z. So if you're looking for a way out, or you're looking for a reason, you're looking for logic, and that's not going to cut it in this situation. What is going to cut it is your intuition and your inner knowing and your belief in yourself. So you have to improve your belief in yourself. Now that's this card that's come up is support. Okay, support. That is what I was thinking when I was saying ask other people, find other people who've had this experience, because other people will know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Once you've decided and you've made a decision that this is what you've got to do, know that you're not alone. You're not. Support. This card means God, the angels, and the ascended masters who love, protect, and guide you are watching over you right now. You are not alone and you are safe. And there's back to that recurring theme of feeling unsafe. Now, having support from other people is fantastic. And if that's what you need, then you're going to find it, and you're going to go out and find it, and it will come your way. Ideally, the ultimate goal is that you don't feel unsafe on the inside to start with, and then it will help every move that you make if you try and heal the inner pain, become stronger on the inside. As soon as you start making steps in that direction, other people will come to you to help. Once you've made the decision, there'll be other people surrounding you who can help. This card reassures you that you are part of an awesome and powerful team of benevolent beings. They surround, guide, and love you constantly. If you are in danger, they will intervene with warnings or life-saving measures. If you are afraid, they will comfort you with the energy of divine love. If you are confused, they will whisper guidance in your ear. And this is the thing, isn't it? If you are afraid, they will comfort you with the energy of divine love. So the answer to fear is love. So if you're feeling fearful of any situation, however real it may be, and however urgent or desperate it may feel, that feeling of fear can be healed with love. And you can feel love from within your own self. And then once you start making signs and showing signs that you want things to change and you want things to improve, that's when other people will swoop in to help you. Because people can't help you while you're walking around thinking and feeling that you don't deserve help and that no one wants to help you and that you're on your own. While you're feeling those things, you're sending those messages out and other people pick them up and you look like you don't want help. You're not in a place where you can have help. You're not ready to receive help. So you just have to have a slight shift on the inside and keep repeating to yourself, I do want things to change. I want things to be different. I'm going to change. And you start acting as though things are going to change. And then watch what happens. Watch who comes into your world and pay attention to what you're hearing. And that's what I was saying about there's a difference between recognizing words that someone gives you which are coming from them, which is just their opinion, and words that are coming from someone that come to you because they've been guided to say it by spirit. If any of you have had that experience where, say for instance, your nana always used to say to you, oh, keep smiling, or chin up chuck, or she had a little phrase that she would use, and then you're walking along thinking about your nan and the random passerby will go chin up chuck or say exactly the words that she used to say. You know, it's paying attention to the information around you and having discernment and using your own judgment to know the difference between someone else's opinion, which may or may not be valid and may or may not resonate with you, and also your inner intuition and using your inner intuition as guidance to be able to trust the right information that comes to you. By drawing this card, your angels and guides ask you to talk to them more frequently. Have mental conversations with them about everything, and you will soon see evidence of their existence. Soon, the angels will enlist you to help other people. And if you ever feel doubtful about your ability to help others, ask the angels to help you release those fears. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at these cards. They're so lovely. They feel really lovely to shuffle. And I'm sorry about the jumping video. Jumping. Living life. Deep inner release is a spiritual path in and of itself. It is the path of non-resistance, the path of acceptance, the path of surrender. Deep inner release. Okay, so for this reading, what you're releasing is fear. Release the fear. Just release the fear. Some people say feel the fear and do it anyway. I wouldn't agree. Release the fear. Work on figuring it out. Figure out how you let go of your fear. And there's many, many different ways to do that. That's for another day. Right then, you lovely, lovely people. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. Speak to you again soon. Bye for now.